Okay, guys, we're live, and you're going to see me looking to the side like this because this is where the laptop is. Zach, we're going to let it breathe on a victorious Sunday
That's
at Mile
right.
High. What's good, bro?
I'm really jacked up right now, Chad. I'm really excited about a Broncos win at home in the home opener. 3-0 feels pretty good. I will say I'm going to get a ton of criticism. I see y'all looking at me already. It was a nice win. I wasn't exactly blown away by this win, but that's just me. How about you?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let this song kind of like dictate my mood real quick. I got to do this. I got a new podcast, Doohickey. Here we go. You know what time it is.
You're listening to the Huddle Up Podcast with Chad Jensen and Zack Kelberman. Join Broncos Country's deep divers at milehighhuddle.com and sound off. And now it's time to drop some knowledge.
Okay. So we're good. Hey, we're testing things. We're live.
By the seat of our pants, right?
By the seat of our pants.
Yes, sir. With the sunburnt in tow.
Chad Jensen, Zack Kelberman, Huddle Up Podcast. Really, this is Mile High Huddle. I mean, we got everyone's representing right now.
We got the whole UN of the MHH network.
The
here.
MHH UN is here, and we're going to hear from a lot of them, as many of them as we possibly can. But first, we got to talk just for a minute. What was your main gut reaction to what was kind of like it was dominating win, but not as maybe dominating as you would have expected?
It's like dominating a baby on a playground, though. It's like, it's the Jets. Zach Wilson looked terrible to me. The entire Jets offensive operation was out of sorts. But a win is a win is a win. And I'm never poo-pooing a home shutout victory, Chad. It was a workman-like day at the office for the Broncos. They punched the clock, they punched out, and they got a victory. That's all you can really say about it, in my opinion.
It's been a long time since you could trust this team to just take care of and handle its business.
Right.
Handle the Giants. Handle the Jags.
Beat the teams they should beat.
Handle the Jets. Really? Dang. Guess what? This is going to be a really brief gut reaction.
Yeah.
You know what? We just got told by the Stadium Authority we got to bounce very, very soon. So let's do this. Real quick before we – how long? All right. Stand by, gang. Just cue me in when you know something. Before we get started here, guys, I want to thank everybody that came out to the meet and greet today. It was so cool. We got people flying from Hawaii, driving from Palm Springs. I mean, pick the state.
Texas.
We've seen a lot of people today. Very cool to meet everybody. Very, very cool. So if you were able to swing by and say hi, man, thank you. It was great to meet you in the flesh. We feel like we know many of these people.
That's right.
But in the flesh, it's a whole different story.
There's a face-to-face component that makes it so rewarding. And we hope that if you guys came and you guys went home with our little parting gifts that you enjoyed it, we wanted to throw this for Broncos Country. This was a giving back event for what they've done for us and our listeners and their support. So we had a blast out here. I could not have had more fun, and we hope you guys had fun as well.
Guys, before we get to any more action, we're going to grab some content. Trust, I'm going to do the best we can to get to your chats and comments and super chats and stars. But first, we got to say thank you to the presenting sponsor of this whole shindig, and that's BetQL, guys. Hopefully, you have heeded our call to arm yourself with the best possible tools in your sports betting. BetQL. Download the app on Google Play and the Apple Store, and make sure you got everything you need to cover spreads, over-unders, player prop bets, my friend. Hey, look, we're doing this analog right now.
That's right. BetQL provides the sharp data so you can see who the pros are backing and line movement, as well as you can jump on better opportunities in real time. BetQL offers team summaries highlighting previous success against the spread and the over-under, as well as breaking news when lineups change and injury statuses are updated. Plus, Broncos Country, you can save all of your picks in one place to track your winning streaks and view your rank on BetQL's leaderboards.
So here's the skinny, guys. We're going to keep this one relatively short read, but just go download the app. Use the code MHH at checkout. You'll get 25% off all the tools. Give yourself the best possible chance to beat your bookie on game day. All right, that being said, since we've got time is limited, we want to hear from some of the superstars, okay? We want to get some people on here. Dale Hendricks, come on down. Come over here. Come through over here.
Come on down.
Dale Hendricks has traversed the veritable desert. He's crossed the fruited plain. Sit down. He came. He saw. He's here to talk some Broncos. What did you think of the game?
I think it was awesome.
Talk right here.
That's first time 3-0 in what? Since 2016.
It's been a minute.
So it's awesome. I had a good time.
Hey, so you missed us earlier, the first part
did.
pregame, but you found us after. That makes up for things, right?
Absolutely. Glad
So-
to be here.
So I know we're still basking in the joy of a Broncos win, 3-0. But are they going to get to 4-0 with the Baltimore Ravens coming, who many will say was their
We got
first
4
test?
tough coming up. All we got to do is win one of those 4 tough, and we're looking real good.
You heard it here, Dale Hendricks. Since we're on a limited time schedule, we're going to rotate a few more people in. So thanks for sitting
Thank you,
down,
Dale.
buddy. Kiaka. We're going to say hi to Kiaka, who I was able to kick it, watch the game with Kiaka today. It was pretty fun. His breath wasn't too bad. Sit down. Kiaka, dude,
Hey.
we watched this game.
We did.
What was the biggest takeaways for you seeing the Denver Broncos handle Zach Wilson and the Jets?
Well, for me, I think it starts and ends with our defense. I want to give a shout out to Alexander Johnson. He showed up. He showed out. Had a really good game, in my opinion. And I was hoping for Zach Wilson to be a little bit more Zach Wilson-y-ish.
Yeah.
And, give us the ball a couple more times. But Caden Stearns did get the one at the end of the game. Garbage time, yeah, you can call it that, but I'll take it.
Who was the key? Who was the key player of this game? Who was the difference in the Broncos shutting out the Jets?
I'm going Teddy Two Gloves.
Ooh,
His command and his leadership, it's impressive to see. I'm happy.
one last question, okay?
Yep.
You and I sat together. We were keeping an eye on the interactions between Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater on the sideline.
We did.
For people at home aren't able to see that, they're watching the television broadcast. What can you tell people about Drew's demeanor?
With me wanting Drew to win the QB competition, he every time Bridgewater went to the sidelines, Drew Lock was right there, either in his ear or giving him a handshake. But the support that Drew Lock showed the team, and most importantly to Teddy, was good to see.
Well, dude, thank you for making the trip.
Absolutely.
Dude, from Hawaii,
From Hawaii.
right? I mean,
Aloha.
representing. All right, thanks, brother.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
brother. Hey, we want to hear from Ron Dub. Let's get Ron Dub in here, who came from frickin' Georgia. Ron W. in the house.
And real quick about the takeaways from the game, Chad. One of the unfortunate developments is the injuries to Graham Glasgow and Dalton Reisner. Those 2 starting guards for Denver went down
Brutal.
in this game. That could pose a problem going forward, starting in Week 4 against Baltimore.
Ron, you provide some of the most educated questions, comments, topics in our chat. Notorious. What Zach just said, injuries befalling an offensive line that frankly has not been playing that well to begin with. Where do the Broncos go from here? How do they weather that?
Well, I think they'll have to rely on these backups to try to come in. Maybe bring in Muti, and maybe try to have some of the backups. I'm sorry, maybe have some of these backups come in and step in, because we need a strong O-line to move forward. There were times where, Teddy was kind of scrambling for his life.
Indeed.
And we need to make sure we can at least keep a clean pocket for the most part so he can hit his targets. So yes.
Listen to this man. He's a podcast professional. He's tired. He's been out in the sun all day. He's been basking in glory and victory. And here he is, dude, just dropping knowledge like he's been doing this 10, 12, maybe 13 years. Hey, dude, it's really good to see you, brother. We'll talk to you soon. We're gonna grab the queen. We want to see the queen. Tell her to come on down when you can. Ron Dub, you the man.
Thank you.
Hey, real quick, some super
Let's
super
take
chat.
this on the screen real quick.
What's that?
Let's take on the screen the super
Vincent.
real quick.
Thank you. And guys, if we're not able to give every single one of your super chats the attention today, hopefully you understand. We'll make it up to you tonight or tomorrow. Trust. All right. Vincent, Tampa resident, Broncos season ticket holder for 10 years. The O-line scares me more than ever. How are we going to run against a formidable defensive front? Christy, this is the $1 million question. What's your answer?
I really didn't even hear what you
Here,
said.
hold on. Give
I
it.
just walked in.
There you go.
Say it again.
How worried are you about the offensive line? You got to lift it pretty close.
Well, it's a little bit worrisome. I think they need to pull it together more. Teddy definitely needs to not hang on to the ball so long. Kind of get those, all that worked out with him.
Stay on schedule.
Yeah,
Get the ball out.
right.
Quinn Miners saw quite a lot of action today. Were you able to watch? I mean, it's kind of when you're in the stadium, maybe it's not as easy to sit and pay attention to one person, but
Right.
what did you think?
I really didn't pay attention to him at all. I was up and down. I had the best time here. I got to meet everybody.
It's been a party, right? We weren't even all that. I mean, we're talking football. We're talking Broncos. We're having a good time.
Right.
But that was more the focus than like taking notes on the game, right?
And that's what I was here for.
Yeah.
Have
A
fun.
lot of people, hey, they're showing up. They're like, hey, Chad, Zach, good to see you. Where's Christy at? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to come, and it was great to meet everybody and see everybody live and in person.
Yeah.
And get to know some of these people that you spend a lot of time with, like online talking. So it was great.
Do you think we should do it again?
Oh, we're doing it again.
We're doing it again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, how much time we got left, do you think? KB.
Chad, Christy pointed out to me during the game that Drew Lock had his helmet on. He was throwing on the sideline. It was, I think, 20-0 at that point.
Yeah.
Little interesting. I thought maybe they were going to pull Teddy, but they didn't.
Makes you wonder if they had a plan. Take that microphone, KB. This is Kenneth Booker in the house, former superstar, now MHH staff writer and world traveler. I mean, this dude gets around like freaking Marco Polo.
Yeah, you got to travel, man. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow, so you got to travel, right?
You got to capitalize.
Definitely.
Hey, raise it a little bit closer and tell us what you thought of today's game.
Today's game was great. I liked how Zach Wilson can never get anything going.
Thank you,
At
Shane.
the very end, when we thought they were going to score, we got the interception. AJ was all over the place. I loved his big hits. It was kind of sad to see Javonte Williams fumble close to the end zone, but it seemed like it was just a legit hit with the helmet right on the ball. Pretty excited about the outcome, though, and I'm getting ready for next week.
The Baltimore Ravens, what do you expect to see?
We really got to shut down Lamar Jackson. I studied some film on Justin Strnad when he was coming out of the draft. Saw a couple hits where he put some hits on Lamar Jackson.
Can he spy that cat?
He's got the speed. He's definitely got the angles to do it. So I'm really excited to see that outcome or that matchup.
I really wish we had more time right now, but the Stadium Authority, they do not mess around. Kenneth Booker, thanks for coming down, dude. It's good to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, brother. Albert. All right, we're almost out of time.
From KB to AB.
We got Albert Knoppers, who, look at these. Can you guys see these? Mailboxes? Yeah, check this out. From Lance is gonna. He's our Vanna White
mailboxes.
Look at this.
Courtesy of this man right
handcrafted by Albert Knoppers. This one has my name on it. It's pretty dope. Albert, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. It was my first game ever, and it was amazing.
Hold on. Let's do that again. I'm gonna hand you this microphone. It was your first game ever, and you've been a diehard fan for a long time. Tell us what that was like, and keep it close to your face.
So yeah, I've been to many soccer games in person, but this is nothing compared to a football game. You cannot even describe it in words. It's amazing. It's a dream come true.
What's the difference?
The difference is the atmosphere, the feeling that you get from the games, that the people who are working with you, because it is not one person that is there. It is or 70,000 people. It is one person that is working all together. Right. And it doesn't matter if you are the opponent or if you're from the team, it is all one unit, and it is amazing. It is amazing.
Well, let me just say, since we're getting run out of here, really appreciate you, everything you do. This was such a sweet gesture. Yes. We really appreciate that. You and your sweet wife, Michelle. All right, dude, it's good to see you. We gotta wrap it up. Hold on, Eric and Lance and Mike, come over here real quick. We'll just kind of like scooch in. Eric, you can't you sit here. Eric, Mike, come on in. We're gonna do a quick around the horn, and then we're gonna sign off for today. But real quick, I'll start with you, Eric. You were there, you saw it all. A lot of people worried about the offensive line. I'm gonna hand you this microphone. Tell people what to expect, and kind of keep a clear face.
I mean, they had a decent performance. It wasn't the best. I think one of the biggest takeaways was that when Quinn Miners came in for a hurt Dalton Reisner, he actually held his own against Quinnen Williams, who was kind of giving Dalton Reisner the work for most of the game. It's still a concern to moving forward, especially with the quality of interior defensive lines they play. But Denver's got to fix it out. Some bad luck there, too, with the Pookie Williams fumble, but the blockers, it's been a rough showing so far.
All right. Very cool. Hold on. We got to hear from Lance. Or actually, let's hear from Mike and then Lance.
Yeah, Mike. Hey, great.
Mike Evans.
Hi, everybody.
What did you see today? I mean, we've talked a lot about the offensive line.
Sure.
What do you think of this offense as a whole for 26 on the board?
Yeah, if I'm Coach Fangio, I feel good that I know I have a quarterback, that my offense coordinator is starting to evolve and I can start trusting him more, and that I've got confidence that we can compete with anyone at this point in time. There's still work to do. There's still some holes to fill. We've got to run more efficiently on second down, but overall, I would feel like this was a positive step forward, but we've got work to do.
It's a new Broncos team. They're handling the opponents in front of them. You can only play who's on your schedule. They're 3-0. They beat these teams fairly handily. I mean, can't quibble with a home shutout victory. So I think it's the winds of change are blowing in Broncos in favor.
Yeah, I feel like I've eaten a great meal, but I didn't have dessert. So I'm pleased with the win. I think we could have added a few more points if we were a little more efficient.
It's a great way to put that.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Lance Sanderson, co-host of the Dove Valley Deep Divers. Drop some knowledge. What'd you see today?
So one of the biggest takeaways that I saw today actually came about the third quarter when Dalton Reisner got hurt. And when he left, he was getting his butt kicked by Quinnen Williams, specifically up front. Like, he was really struggling with Quinnen Williams. And when the Broncos inserted Quinn Miners into the fold, the run game started to pick up a little bit on the inside. They were getting some better push. Netani Moody played very well as well. Lloyd Cushenberry was playing pretty well. So that, to me, is a big sign. And I know that Eric has talked about it multiple times on the Dove Valley Deep Divers podcast, guys, that it's not necessarily the Graham Glasgow benching. It's the Dalton Reisner situation we need to start monitoring, because he's been rough over the last couple of games. Like, really, he has. So to me, that was a big thing. It sucks. I was really pounding KJ Hamler earlier today about how, they need to try to figure out a way to get him into the fold. Sounds like a knee injury to him, at least from what I understand. So I'm not exactly sure the extent of that. Hopefully he can come back here healthy really quickly, but not for real. The biggest thing was just seeing Quinn Miners out there and dominating, and watching the Broncos do exactly what they needed to do. They went out and they handled an opponent that they should have beaten. They handled they're in that middle of the losing close games and winning close games on that spectrum of competitiveness, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at here.
Love it. All right. Well, we don't have very much time, Zach.
Unfortunately.
Man, that really is a bummer. We'll have to remember that next time.
We'll make it up for.
We might be able to do a stream later tonight from our hotel. We'll definitely be able to stream you and I tomorrow. Well, so any super chats, any stars, any comments, shout out to everybody. And by the way, really quick, guys, before we dip on out of here, I got to show you this. This is dope. Christian, appreciate you. Guys, any of your direct questions, I wish we could get them. We can't get them. Not tonight, unfortunately, because they're booting us on out of here. The stadium authority doesn't care. But check this out. We are at 83% on our stars goal. But, guys, we don't have very much time left. We got like 4 or 5 days if we're going to hit 250,000 stars in time for October 1. We want to give away this Justin Simmons jersey, all right? The Super Chat, Superstars, top 5, that's going to happen. But here's for the month real quick, because I know people have been dying to see where this is at. Michael Ronquillo at the top. Samisi Muti, Randy Jones, and Randy, we saw those stars earlier today, bro, for our pregame. Zeus. Thank you, buddy. Zeus McPeak, Joshua Shadow, Zeus, love you, bro. Josh, Travis Weber, Chris Hernandez, Gary Leach Palmer, legendary. Shane Daniels, I can see right now. He's in the house. If we had more time, we'd bring him on.
Yeah.
Pete Middleton, and here's who's just outside the top 10. So much love to you guys. We will update this tomorrow. And of course, I don't know if we have the time. Oh, we do. Thank you. Here's how it's shaken out on Super Chat. The top 5 finishers also are their names going to a hat for the Justin Simmons jersey. Number 1, any surprise? Michaela Parker, the Duchess.
So good to meet her, by the way.
Yeah, in the flesh.
Such a nice individual, such a supportive individual. I'm so happy I got to shake her hand and say thank you for all that she's done.
Chris Hernandez, Mark Langley at 4, Zeus on both lists. Because
Can I get one, Chad, in the flesh?
Yeah.
Zeus.
I do a death metal Zeus, but like
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I can't do it today, but and then you can see who the risers are. You got some risers at the Green Arrows. So guys, and we got to see Naj, but Naj dipped out right when I was about to call him onto the show. He dipped out. So anyway, guys, if we can't get to your super chats today, forgive us. We'll make it up. We'll make it up to everybody.
Promise them.
Promise. If not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. So thanks to everybody. You guys made this possible. You made this happen. It's going to be a new tradition. And honestly, this was something that we had in the works. We were going to do this at the draft last year, but some like bug threw a wrench,
or
something really cramped our style. We couldn't go to Vegas and rent the room and have a good time. So we're making it up today, and we're going to keep doing this.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll be able to swing it again later in this season. Worst case scenario, we'll do it again beginning of next year.
Absolutely.
All right. But I'm Chad Jensen. This is Zack Kelberman. Very truncated. We're being rushed on out of here. Hey, hold on. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow for sure. Maybe tonight. We'll see how things shake out. By the time we break down and get out of here and get back to our hotel, I might like pass out at the door. I don't know. I can't guarantee. I know Zach's definitely going to pass out. So
but we will for sure. At the front of tomorrow's show, make up for all the super chats, make up for everyone's questions. We will address everything from today's game going forward.
This is our covenant with you. So thanks, everybody. This is the Huddle Up Podcast signing off. Much love. We'll talk to you guys